But if you wanted to, which way would you go? What
you still don't want Steph Curry playing in the Olympics?
No, I got a lot of that.
How do people that don't want Curry playing in the Olympics feel?
No, I still feel the same way.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
Then you would really rob yourself of seeing that kind of greatness.
I watched it 8 times, man. It was incredible.
So you watched all 32
No,
of the
second
shots?
half started from second half.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah. It was incredible, and I'm happy for him. But real quick here, Steiny, it makes me feel better about the Warriors this season. Go figure, just about we have that guy, and the world saw. France saw. Everybody saw Steph make shots that were so critical and just, majestic. So I'm fired up, and I know they still need help, but damn, Steiny, what a moment, man.
Yeah, I'm wondering what Warrior fans are kind of thinking after you watch that, because I had a lot of thoughts, and I know a lot of people didn't want him to play, and
I'm one of them.
He wasn't great the first few games, but the last 2 he was incredible, and my guy Evan, it was you.
Yeah.
It was you who texted, and you said after that game, I feel a lot better about the Warriors going into the season than I did a month ago.
Yes, and I know everybody will be in the back, the peanut gallery. Well, he's not going to have this player or that player. It doesn't matter. It was like what you just said. Steph didn't have the first few games. He was kind of null and void, Steiny, but on that stage with that pressure and everything that went with the Team USA loss, those threes as France was trying to come back, even Serbia, to watch Steph Curry and know he belongs to us and the Bay, and now we talk about Wiggins, we talk about Kuminga, Pods, everybody in a Warrior uniform, we got that guy. So that means something. So no Draymond suspension. I think, Steiny, you're saying there's a chance. That was an incredible exhibition of shooting and clutchness. That's all.
My question to Warrior fans is like, what now? How does that impact your thinking, what he did yesterday, or Saturday rather? Hell, what he did Thursday and Saturday. Because I'm talking to the boss, and he's watching Curry, and his thought is, man, they should have gotten something done this offseason. They should have gotten a number 2 in here this offseason. If we had a number 2, we'd be in a lot better shape. And I just want to know, if you're a Warrior fan and you saw that, what goes through your mind? Because I'm watching that game Saturday, and I'm seeing Curry, and I'm seeing Durant, and I'm seeing LeBron, and I actually thought, is there any chance LeBron and Curry could play together? They'd love to. There's no doubt about it, right? They would absolutely love to. And we know Joe Lacob called the Lakers February about acquiring LeBron James. And I don't know. I was just thinking, I feel like 2 things. One, it's within the realm of possibility. I don't know how. I don't know if I want to get into how it could possibly happen, but it does feel like it's kind of within the realm of possibility that they could, I don't know, figure out a way to play with each other. The other thing I was thinking was maybe it's not, maybe it doesn't have to happen in the next 3 months. Maybe they're not on a really tight timetable. And then, obviously, lastly, one of the things I thought is, what does this mean, if anything, to the Warriors season upcoming, and how you feel about Steph Curry? Funny thing is I look at LeBron and Curry like I look at Magic and Bird. And Magic and Bird would have never played together, but that was 30 years ago. If Curry and LeBron James ended up on the same team, I wouldn't be mad at that. It's not like they're both 30 and they're gonna take the league by storm. I think it would be kind of cool if they played together for a year or 2 at the end of their careers, because we had Lucas come in here and you said, well, what? Okay, they have LeBron and Curry, then what? And Lucas said, then they try to win a championship because they're back in contention to win a title. Are they?
Yes, I would have to say yes. And I'll also say this to what you said earlier. What scares me about Curry's, what I deem as comments or a warning shot to the franchise is, what if they do play and it's not LeBron coming? Are we so sure LeBron's coming to Golden State? Another player on that Team USA 7-footer named Anthony Davis. How did he do? Why would Bron want to leave that? So it just got me to thinking, could the Lakers get Curry? So I know today is not the day for that, but I do think
I think it is. I think it's the day.
So you understand, you kind of see, like, are we so sure it'd be Bron coming up north? It could be Curry going to AD and LeBron. Then when you talk about that trifecta of players, it's like, good God. What Steph Curry did for himself, to me, Steiny, is told the basketball world, it's not me. I still got this in my tank on reserve. It's about getting me help. And you kind of said this earlier when all this PG-13 noise was going down and the rumors. The Warriors did well for themselves because Ramona Shelburne's, all the greats were talking about the Warriors were in with marketing. So it looks like the Warriors went all in. Now, if reports are true, they didn't want to give up Pods or Kuminga to get marketing, then you kind of scratch your head. But all in all, partner, they went all in on my report card on trying to get something done and get that bona fide number 2 in here.
Yeah, 888-957-9570 is the number. Guru sent me a text on Saturday after watching Curry play in the gold medal game, and after he played against Serbia and was fantastic. And he said, you know what? I feel a lot better about the Golden State Warriors after seeing Steph Curry play like that. And I'm wondering if Warrior fans kind of agree with Goo on that. I mean, I view it in more of a vacuum.
Give it to me.
And that is, I'm looking at those 2 games against Serbia and France, and I'm trying to put it into context of where it fits on his resume, how big it is. Is it the crowning achievement? Is it as big as some of the titles? Was that game as good as game 4? All those kind of things. But I haven't yet looked at, okay, Steph will be coming back to the Warriors this upcoming season. How are they going to do? They're going to do better because he still has it. I mean, I think he still has it to some degree. I'm not willing to put 2 great Olympic games into the category of, well, now I think they're going to win 54 games as opposed to 47 because he's a player that I didn't think he is. I mean, it's a long NBA season. He's going to come to training camp in a month or so, and then we'll see. But if you're a Warrior fan, where does that fit in terms of Steph Curry's resume? And you think about a resume, and if it's not in chronological order, then it's greatest moments. Where does that one?
Good God,
fit in terms of his greatest moment?
Steiny, he wanted the gold, and guys like me were in the background saying, don't play, worry about the season. But the fact that there are some American people that wanted Team USA to lose just for the drama element and all those shots that went up, even against Serbia, down 15, he was making some miraculous shots. I got to believe, I can't put it up there past Boston and what he did in the clincher against the Celtics. So it's right there, or it's a separate column that more people were watching that Olympic game against France, that championship, than they were the NBA Finals. So, I mean, it's something I won't forget about his career. And then when you talk about just the Warriors as currently constructed, so many things are out of his control. Like, we'll be watching him. He didn't have the best second half, but now it's about Pods. Now it's about Meltons of the world. So, but the fact he can still reach in that bag, partner, and do that on that stage, I feel better about what mountains they could possibly climb this season.
All right, let me play devil's advocate. He's on a team with 8 Hall of Famers, and he's playing against a team that's got, 2 or 3 NBA players. Are we making a mistake, or are we getting ahead of ourselves thinking that that's the kind of performance that'll translate into the NBA over the course of a season. I mean, he's going to, like, to me, he's going to have more games like this upcoming season. The question is, how consistent can he be over 82 games, and how often can he do that?
And will he run out of gas carrying what we deem a large load? But, I mean, we're talking about a 4-time champ, Steiny. So to me, it's not about are we shocked? Because we've seen this throughout his career. He's a 2-time MVP, 4-time champ. Right now, I think it's just about gas. It's about will he tire, and will other guys help him, on his team to where he doesn't get to that juncture. But I don't want to sit here and say that's the first time I saw him go berserk. You know what I mean? So I don't care who was on his team. The shots were the shots. I mean, the majestic one, shooting it on 2 dudes in his face and just getting hot. So what did we already know before the Olympics, Donnie? He's probably one of the best shooters, not probably, ever to do it, to pick up a basketball. Okay, I think he reminded myself that, Guru, I still can do it if we actually get in that position.
Interestingly, I was talking to Evan Goo, and he said, I said, well, we're talking about great, the greatest moments of Curry's career. And I said, does it compare to Game 4 against the Celtics? I mean, obviously that was in the NBA Finals. And Evan said, did he have a signature shot in that Game 4? And I said, not really. I mean, he was great. Yeah. I think there's a chance the shot he made against France, the last one, with 2 guys hanging on him.
Yeah.
Is that going to be the shot that's remembered most of all? What's it called when they say in memoriam, time in memoriam? Is that the one we're going to remember more than any other shot in the history of Steph Curry's career? It's possible.
Yeah, but
it's possible.
But Night wasn't born on that shot, which was a crazy shot that you talk about.
Night was born.
With the hand
right here.
Well, you're
in this studio.
Yeah, no doubt about it. But
period.
On the court, it was Game 4 when he did that to Boston and did that to the Boston fans. So I can't even remember what shot came before that, but he was doing so much going out, Michael J. Fox and Teen Wolf. So if you want it to be that, Steiny, it can. That's how great this thing is. There is no bad answer. But I do know when he was closing out the Celtics and did that night and to the side, that's where that origin from.
Evan?
He started doing it in the first round series against the Nuggets.
Well, I'm not here to fight you. I'm just saying he did it in the finals when he closed out Boston.
No, he did. Like that. Yeah. That is his move. But I'm saying, as far as a moment, like that Game 4 will live forever as his greatest game I think he's ever played.
I agree.
But as far as a moment, a singular shot, like that's up there with Jordan over Russell. That's up there with whatever other big shot you want to throw up there.
Anything he's saying, Steiny, like that's how he sees it. Like that's valid. I'm not here to argue that. I just. That was the finals, and this is the Olympics. Are they said? To me, they're kind of separate.
What are the? They are separate, but I kind of agree with Evan. And that shot is going to go down as one of the most iconic shots in basketball.
It was crazy. It was ridiculous.
So I was thinking, what other shots belong up there? If you're going to say Jordan over Byron Russell, what are the most iconic plays and shots?
The bang against OKC, where I know the stage was not the Olympics or the finals, but bang! It was like, what are you? And it went in.
That was a regular season game, or was that? Yeah, see, I don't want to take away from it, but the stakes of the game are very, very important, I think. I'll tell you a couple that I came up with was like Magic, the junior sky hook in the finals. In Game 4 against the Celtics.
No doubt.
I'll tell you what else I would put up there, even though it was an all-star game, so the stakes weren't nearly as high. But when Magic Johnson in Orlando started making threes late in the NBA All-Star game after he played with the HIV diagnosis and sat out, and then he played in the All-Star game, and he was just took it over at the end with like three-pointers from deep. That's something that kind of stuck out to me. But Warrior fans, you've watched this guy play since 09-10. Where does that rank if you're a Warrior fan? What he did, not just Saturday, but in the last 2 games of the of the Olympics.
And let me just say this, like Kevin Durant is all-time, I believe, leading point scorer, and I think he passed Carmelo. So it's funny, what icons do we remember or have memories not in their own home uniform? You know what I'm saying? So this would be, if you're a Warrior fan and it is your moment, he's not wearing a Warrior jersey, but he's wearing the jersey for the country. But as far as Olympics, I think of Vince Carter dunking over the 7-footer.
That's a good one.
And, I'll never forget that. He wasn't in his Raptor jersey or whatever, but that's one of the most oh my gosh. But Steph, like Evan had pointed out, that shot with the two dudes on him, the announcers were great. They captured the moment, but I guess, Steiny, don't call me un-American. It's almost like that can't supersede what the said player did in his own uniform. Is that crazy? Like he's in Team USA.
No, but
it's my country. Our country.
No, but I mean, I do think there's
he did it in a Warrior uniform.
I almost think that in a way there's a different kind of pressure for Curry in what he did Thursday and what he did Saturday as opposed to what he's done in his NBA career. Like when they played the Boston Celtics, they weren't overwhelming favorites. And
they were down twice in that series.
Yeah, but what I'm getting at is, let's say the Warriors would have lost that series. Yeah, it'd be heartbreaking, and Curry would only have 3. But what I'm getting at is when you were as big a favorite as the U.S. team, I think you could make a case that there was more pressure on those last 2 games for Curry and those teams than in an NBA game.
Times 5. And it was like, LeBron was like, thank you,
that's his signature
Curry.
moment.
Yeah, no, it is.
That's his signature moment.
And I'm not here to say
then.
it's not. I'm just not.
To me, there was more pressure in those games. There was...
Kerr needed it, Steiny.
Needed it, I think, is a little strong.
But there was going to be all kind of fallout of Choke City had that cast of NBA talent lost those games.
Let's go out to Vince. Vince is in San Francisco. What's up, Vince? How you doing, man?
Vinny.
Hey, what's up, guys? I first want to start this call with I don't ever want to hear, until I die, I don't ever want to hear any more Curry slander, because the semifinals game against Serbia where he goes off 36 and then the crazy closeout for the fourth quarter, that's crazy. I mean, we've seen him do it, but to do it, and I agree with Steiny, like if you look at the setting, the Olympics is only once every 4 years. It's a sudden death game, semifinals, gold medal match, and you guys are down 17 against Serbia with arguably one of the fiercest opponents of American basketball players in Jokic. And then you got a French team that, let's be honest, they're probably going to win the next one. But, you take that setting, sudden death, winner take all. He came through in the most Steph Curry way, and he was just in his bag. He was in the zone. And I think that call, that golden dagger call, and like you guys said, it might have only been a regular season game, but for the longest, I thought the Mike Breen double bang was the biggest call I've ever heard him make for Steph. That golden dagger over the double team, I mean, step back, fade away over a double team against 2 guys that got pretty good length, to really seal it out in the gold medal game, his only Olympics, probably his only chance to win a gold medal.
Yeah.
That's the most clutch shot I think I've ever seen anyone make, when it's all on the line.
I appreciate it, Vince. I mean, I do make a differentiation between a dagger and something that's the most clutch shot.
Because France had momentum. They were at home, the crowd, they were coming, they were putting the pressure. So one miss is all it could have took, Steiny, and he just kept, bang! He kept swooshing, man.
Let's take a listen to it.
Durant, back to Curry, dancing on Batum, over the double team. Oh! It's a golden dagger! Night! Curry, unconscious in the fourth. Davis with a rebound. Up ahead for Booker. Exclamation point.
He's a bad boy. Night.
8 threes for Curry. He has sent the French crowd into a frenzy they will never forget.
I'm wondering if Warrior fans look at that game, and you got to throw the Serbia game in there too.
Oh my gosh!
How do you compare the clutchness of that shot with the clutchness of anything he's done with the Warriors? Is it something you can compare? Is it totally different? Is there more pressure in the Olympics than there is in an NBA playoff game? I don't know if there's more pressure, but it's pretty darn big when you are expected to win and you're in a little bit of trouble and the guy comes through and gets it done for you.
Yeah, and Steiny, I'll say this to your question and what Vince just alluded to. The fact that most likely Curry's not going to be on the next Olympic team. There is no next season. This is a 4-year wait. You know what I mean? So Steph even talked about it after. This was his shot. So had he missed one of those shots or the team loses, that's his best chance from getting the gold. And to bring him back against Serbia and then to follow this up on Saturday morning with the world watching was just incredible. And Steiny, if you're one of those Steph fans and Warrior fans that say this supersedes anything he did in the NBA, I'm not mad at you. It was incredible.
888-957-9570 is the number. The bottom line is this. I want to know from Warrior fans the things that went through your mind after that game was over.